For the 2020 model year, Toyota has made some changes to the perennially popular Tacoma midsize pickup truck. Now, these aren't big changes. They've only changed a couple of little things. This isn't a full-on redo or even very much a thorough refresh. This is just Toyota changing a couple of little things, as Japanese automakers do, to make a vehicle better over its lifetime. And so we've come down here to blisteringly hot North Texas to see if the little changes Toyota has made to the 2020 Tacoma have resulted in a better Tacoma. On the outside, not much has changed. There's some new grills up front, and the top trim levels have new LED headlights with sequential turn signals that look pretty slick. Nearly every trim level of Tacoma gets a redesigned grille that's unique to its trim, and all Tacomas get new taillight designs. Models like this TRD Pro, the ultimate off-road Tacoma, can be had with accessories like this dust snorkel, designed to put cleaner air out of a possible dust cloud into the engine. But the bigger news for the looks on the 2020 Tacoma is the color. Gone is the eye-popping voodoo blue that was the exclusive color for the 2019 TRD Pros, and in its place is the new Army Green, which looks exactly like the color of the little plastic army soldiers you might have played with as a kid. And I gotta say it looks pretty fantastic on any of the new 2020 TRD Pro models. Under the hood, nothing has changed, except for the availability of Toyota's Safety Sense P system, which has been made standard across the board on all new Tacomas. This system brings a number of electronic driver safety aids to the party, including a pre-collision autonomous braking system with pedestrian detection, high-speed dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure warning, and automatic high beams. Power is still provided by either a standard 159 horsepower, 2.7-liter four-cylinder engine or the optional 278 horsepower Atkinson cycle V6, which is standard on the top trim models. A 6-speed automatic transmission comes with either engine, or you can opt for a 6-speed manual on some V6 models. My time in the 2020 Tacoma was entirely in the top off-road TRD Pro trim, which comes with a host of off-road specific gear like Fox 2.5-inch internal bypass shocks, TRD tuned springs front and rear, a 1-inch lift, Kevlar reinforced Goodyear Wrangler all-terrain tires on 16-inch wheels, and Rigid Industries LED fog lights. Out on the street, the TRD Pro is really not in its happy place. It's stiff, it's rather bouncy, the steering is slow and a bit heavy, and it dips and wallows as you go and stop, but this is kind of to be expected. It's a purpose-built off-road truck. Other versions of the Tacoma, such as the Limited, are much more civilized on-road. Last year, Toyota updated the 2019 model with some better sound insulation, so at least it's not overly loud inside. You can hear the sonorous V6 through the TRD Pro's unique catback exhaust very clearly, but it's well-tuned and not obnoxious at highway cruising speeds. Toyota has worked to make the Tacoma a bit more friendly inside for 2020 as well, with two other changes making the cabin a bit more inviting. First is the availability of a new 10-way power seat that also includes a height adjustment. The Tacoma cabin has always been criticized for its awkward driving position, which makes you feel like you're sitting on the floor. Yet despite that low placement, the tight overhead confines always saw me hitting my head hard up against the headliner in any Tacoma that had a moonroof. Well, not anymore. Thanks to the new adjustable driver's seat, I can drive without wedging my head hard up against the ceiling. It's still not the most comfortable driving position in the industry. Other newer trucks definitely have that Tacoma beat on ergonomics, but it is an improvement. The other big interior improvement is the arrival of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for the new 8-inch multimedia screen. Toyota's finally joined the rest of the industry in offering these systems in more of its new vehicles, and it's a welcome change from the rather primitive Toyota multimedia system. I only wish the screen resolution of the new system was better. Using the nifty multi-terrain and panoramic view monitors, the forward and side-facing trail cameras on the TRD Pro model, it's of questionable utility, given that it's actually hard to make out what you're looking at. The forward-facing cameras on the new Jeep Gladiator are frankly better. Where the Tacoma shines is off-road. Just like the last version we tested, this latest TRD Pro model is an absolute champ in the dirt. Its high ground clearance, robust suspension, chunky tires, and myriad electronic aids all serve to make the thing a blast at super slow rock crawling speeds or slightly elevated dry lake bed speeds. It's no Raptor, however. You'll find yourself limiting how fast you go over broken terrain, as the rear end tends to bottom out with a bang on moderate speed bumps.
Oh, that's unpleasant.
Yeah, I told you.
But it's still light and tossable in the dust, powerful and purposeful in the mud, and climbs over obstacles with ease thanks to its electronic crawl control, which acts as something of an off-road cruise control. So the changes between the 2019 and the 2020 Tacoma are really pretty minor. Yeah, it's a little bit better. It's a little bit more comfortable. You've got a better multimedia system as well. But frankly, if you're looking at a 19 and a 20 on a dealer lot, you should probably just go with the one that you can get a better deal on. Now, if that power seat and that new multimedia system do sway you, well, the 2020 would probably be your better option. If you'd like to find out more about the new 2020 Tacoma or any of the new lineup of 2020 Toyota pickup trucks, come look us up at pickuptrucks.com.